While Homer was throwing out the trash, he accidentally tossed Maggie out with it. The kids were having a discussion in the treehouse. Bart asked Martin to check the situation, and after some investigation, Martin discovered that the girls were having a tea party. Everyone wanted to know what they were talking about, so Martin made a phone call. Lisa was discussing global warming, and Bart, using the phone, tried to mimic Marge's voice.
Lisa, this is your mother. The doctor says your butt's too big.
Lisa immediately recognized it wasn't Marge's voice, and realized someone was eavesdropping. This led to a battle between the two sides, and eventually, the treehouse was completely destroyed. Homer reassured Bart, promising to build him a bigger treehouse. The two of them planned to buy some materials, but they didn't stop at the lumberyard. Homer drove Bart directly to the railroad tracks. Bart asked what would happen if a train came, and Homer reassured him, saying that the railroad had been abandoned when he was 19. Just then, a train, losing balance, flew off the tracks and landed back onto them safely.
Nothing beats flying across the country on a train.
Homer's blueprint, however, seemed to have nothing to do with building a treehouse. As Homer started working, Bart didn't remain idle either. They often engaged in playful fights. Marge, concerned, feared that at this pace, the treehouse would never get built. So she decided to hire some professionals. With their help, the treehouse turned out much bigger than before. On the day it was finished, the Simpson family held a celebration. Everyone from the town gathered in the treehouse. Homer, wanting to set the mood, prepared to turn on some atmospheric lighting. But the people who built the treehouse didn't know anything about electricity, and suddenly the treehouse caught on fire. Homer, fearing a lawsuit, tried to get everyone to evacuate. However, when it was his turn to leave, the fire blocked his escape route. In his panic, Homer's leg was trapped under an ice sculpture from the treehouse. Thankfully, the family dog was still there. Homer called for the Christmas helper dog, but the dog, afraid of the fire, ran away, though it managed to grab a roast chicken on its way out. Marge began counting the people and realized Homer was missing. At the critical moment, Snowball the Sioux, the cat, woke up Homer, saving his life.
Flames, searing pain, a black cat? I must be in heaven.
This changed Homer's view of cats.
Move the net under the window!
There's no net.
Ah!
He decided to kick the dog out.
Get out! And
Snowball, too, could now join Homer at the bar for a drink, and while the Christmas helper dog wanted to apologize to Homer, it didn't succeed. The whole town knew that Snowball, too, had saved Homer, becoming a hero. The mayor changed the previous dog park into a cat park. During an interview, Homer claimed he didn't own a dog. Bart reassured the Christmas helper dog that once Homer cooled down, he would let him return. Homer, hoping to enjoy a beer, entered the house only to find that the dog had eaten his hamburger. This completely angered Homer, who immediately chained the dog up. The dog, noticing Homer had left the beer outside, tried to drink it. A reporter happened to capture this moment. The news caught the attention of the beer company's owner, who decided to hire the Christmas helper dog as a spokesperson. The owner approached the Simpson family, and Lisa noticed that the contract clearly stated that the Christmas helper dog's name would be changed to Duff Helper Dog. Homer didn't care. Thinking that the dog could make money for the family, his attitude changed immediately. The dog's commercial quickly aired on TV. Not only was there beer in space, but there were also beautiful women and dogs. Thanks to the dog, Duff Beer's sales doubled. Homer restructured the family hierarchy, placing the dog just below Marge. After learning of the Christmas helper dog's newfound fame, the owner of the dog kennel came to Marge. Marge explained that the family had adopted the dog because the owner had kicked him out. However, the kennel owner claimed he had evidence that Homer had made threatening remarks on TV that day. The Christmas helper dog was taken back to the kennel. Bart could only train Snowball 2 at home.
What do you do for fun?